Hey, Mr. Magoo Jr. here. I'm talking to you, son, or ma'am. Actually, I'm talking to the little kid there that's being bullied at school. I hear you. It's not easy. I hear you crying in your room at night, wondering how maybe you can get out of school so you don't have to face your tormentors. I understand, you see. Before I go any further, this is kind of a serious thing, so Mr. Magoo's going to do something he doesn't normally do. I'm going to remove the clown nose, and I want to talk to you seriously because I care. You see, when I went to school back in the day, I too was bullied. I know what it's like to lie in bed crying. I know what it's like to be sitting in your classroom fearing 3 o'clock because you knew the bully or the bullies was going to be waiting for you. I understand what it's like to try to talk to people about what's going on and how it actually hurts when it seems to be ignored. Seems like the big people just don't understand. Even the ones that were bullied as children, they seem to forget. They seem to forget how lonely it can feel, how the heart races, how the mind wonders why it's you being picked on. But there's hope. There really is. You know, I was bullied from the time I was in kindergarten up until when I left school in grade 9. I made the big mistake. I ran. I ran away from home, and at the young age of just turning 15, all that was out there for me was living on the streets, and I did that till I was 28 years old. You know, and I reflect back on it. Listen, my dear, it's hard now, but I'm going to give you something to work with. I'm going to give you a plan. I'm going to show you how you can fight without having to resort to physical violence, without having to stand up and fight those bullies physically. But you can beat them. I promise you. You can beat them and you can change things, but it's going to take some strength. It's going to take some courage. Now, I know you're scared. I know all the threats. If you tell anybody, we're going to come after you again. I understand all that, and that's scary stuff. But here's an idea. First of all, I got a promise for you. I'm now 63 years old, and I have a beautiful life. It didn't start off so good. Absolutely. It was rough. But now at 63, I kind of wonder what life would have been like if I didn't run away. If I didn't let the bullies push me to becoming homeless on the streets. Here's what I think we can do. First of all, it's okay to cry, and it's okay to be fearful. Fear is a human emotion. It lets us know that we're in some kind of danger. And, you know, sometimes it can be a real scary thing. Now, I'm sure some of you kids have gone to your school teachers and your principals and nothing's happened. I know they talk zero tolerance, but sometimes it feels like there's zero tolerance for the victim, the person being bullied. That would be you. So you feel alone. What I want you to do is I want you to write down the name of the person bullying you, okay? And I want you to walk to the principal's office. Maybe ask your parents to go with you. Now, you're going to tell them what's going on, and they're going to say, okay, we're going to look into it. And nothing happens. But what do you think would happen if you and your parents absolutely refused to leave the principal's office until something was done? Maybe the police have to be involved. Maybe phone calls have to be made. But nobody's going to do anything for you if you walk out of that office before you see some results. It's called standing your ground. And you know, sometimes adults can be just as scary as the bully. Sometimes even more, because the adults, they seem to hold all the authority and you're just a kid with no say. But that's where it's wrong. You have lots of say, my dear, lots. Your life matters. How your life how you feel inside is so very important. Your emotions, your dreams, everything you wish to be, that is your right to have all those things, and it's your right to stand up for them. So talk to your parents. Just say, I can't do this alone. I need you, Mom and Dad, or I need you, Mom, or I need you, Dad, if you're living with a single parent. Speak up. And if they kind of say, well, it'll get better, things will get better, tell them straight up, no, it won't. And this is the time I really need you. I need you to come with me to school. I need you to talk to the people at the school. And if they don't help while we are there, then I want us to stay there until they do. Okay? That'll put pressure on the people who are actually putting pressure on you. Okay? They're going to have to do something. Don't do this all alone. You know, don't walk away from the problem. Don't run away like I did. That was so stupid. I made a big mistake. I lost so much of my life as a homeless person because I was bullied. You know, but I promise you, you have a beautiful life ahead of you. You have so much love coming your way. You have excitement. You have success. Eventually, you're going to have your own family, your own children, dreams coming true. Maybe you're going to be a successful doctor, or maybe you want to be a race car driver. Maybe you want to be an entertainer like myself. Now, that wasn't my original plan, and someday I'll tell you how that happened. But right now, I want you to know that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who finally understand just how wrong bullying is. Help is out there, but you have to demand to be noticed. You had to demand some help. You don't have to do it. You know, when I was a kid way back when, my dad said, well, if I see you running from a fight, you'll have to fight me. Well, that wasn't very helpful. You know, when I was a young kid, you had to be a man. You had to be rough and tough. And boys don't cry. So I had nowhere to go. Okay, that's the reality of the way it was back in the day. You know, so I suffered alone till I ran away, and then I suffered for another 14 years, 28 years old, before I managed to get off the street. All because I let 3 bullies take charge, and I didn't stand up. I couldn't have stood up physically because I was afraid to fight. I was horrible at it. I would just get beaten up even more. And there was no one to go to. There are people now, but you have to make them work. You got to be the tough one here. It might be hard. Hopefully your parents will see this message and they will know the right thing to do is to take you by the hand and walk you into that school, or if need be, walk into the police station and demand action. Take control of your life back. Put these bullies where they belong, in the background. Maybe they'll learn something. I don't know. Just remember this. You're loved by thousands. We understand. We've been there. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pray that you take my advice, take over that principal's office or take over that police station and get the support and help you need. And in the meantime, remember, you're special, and this life has so many beautiful things coming your way. Don't let anybody cheat you out of them. Anyhow, peace, love, and success. You can do this. Bye.